So for this project, I'm going to be showing you how I shoved an HDMI dongle inside of this PlayStation 2. As you can see, we have an HDMI output right here. Now this is one of those HDMI dongles that you can get for your PlayStation 2 that just adapts to your PlayStation 2 and converts the AV output to HDMI. You can use it that way just fine. I, however, didn't like how far the dongle stuck out on the back of the PlayStation 2, and I also didn't like the fact that you had to run a USB cable from the back of the PlayStation 2 to the front of it to power the dongle. So this consolidates all of that inside of this PlayStation 2. Another reason why I did this was to free up this AV port. So now I can plug in the AV cable and the HDMI cable at the same time and just switch between the sources on my TV to play PlayStation 1 games that aren't supported by the HDMI dongle, and then PlayStation 2 games using the HDMI dongle. So it has two perks that I'm aware of as of now, which is consolidating the footprint of the dongle and the cable inside of it, and then freeing up that port to be used at the same time. So let's go ahead and see exactly how I did this.
As you can see, the dongle sticks out a lot, even more so with the HDMI cable plugged into it. The goal is to remove the USB port, hardwire the AV port, and also remove the 3.5mm jack. Use my heat gun to remove the USB port and 3.5mm jack. While removing the AV port, I damaged a few pads. They were easy to repair, but broke away from the board way too easy. I wasn't expecting that. To hardwire the AV port, I'll reference this pinout sheet I made. As you can see, some pads aren't used. There are 3 pads marked NC for no connection, and 2 ground pads. We only need 1 ground pad. I'm using this specific PS2 Slim for this mod because of the small motherboard it has. I'll have to give this one a good cleaning after this is done. I decided to stick the dongle right next to the Ethernet port. It was a perfect fit. I used a very small amount of epoxy to mount it, which means if I have to remove it in the future, it'll loosen pretty easily with just a little bit of heat. I wish I put a bit more thought into the wire management. I soldered the black, white, and gray wires first and ended up moving them shortly after. Here I'm just running power from a USB port to the dongle. I cut the hole for the HDMI using a surgical blade and some snips. If I ever do another one of these mods, I'll spend more time cutting this out. Since this PlayStation 2 is mine, I can live with the sloppiness of this cutout. I also had to make a cut on the metal shielding to allow the dongle to fit. Let's close this thing up and enjoy some old games the way they should be enjoyed in 2020. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you would like, and I will see you next time.